Hello there guys, it's me Unstable Voltage. Welcome back to episode 12 of Crusader Kings 3 from Mercia to Britannia. Please stick around to the end of the video because you will notice, hopefully, if I remember to do it, that this video has a slightly newer end slate. I've decided to change some of the branding on the channel. You may have noticed some of it already. It's a bit of a slow process, but yeah, I've been doing YouTube now for about a decade and I guess it's just time for a bit of a change. Decided to swap away from the old blues and purple tones to something that has a bit more contrast and a bit more of a pop. So do let me know what you think to the branding changes. Back to the game. At the end of the last video, I managed to win another war against my brother and take even more land from him, but he still controls Man, which is fine because the Isle of Man is out here in the middle of the Irish Sea. However, he still holds a couple of counties in the middle of England, which is a bit of a pain in the arse. Now, I had a bit of an epiphany between videos, and I thought to myself, I know, I could just force vassalize him, or because, you know, I'm his de jure liege. And then I realised I can't because the Petty Kingdom of Man is actually part of the Kingdom of Alba. The Isle of Man has been inhabited for about 8,500 years, and it's had some very complex history, and it has changed hands between England, Scotland, Mercia, Norway. Like, everybody's owned the Isle of Man at some point. At the moment, it is part of the British Commonwealth, but it's a state, so it's independently ruled, although the Lord of Man is actually Queen Elizabeth II. It's a complicated matter, but basically the Isle of Man has its own government, but it is part of the British Commonwealth. But certainly in this campaign, at this particular period in history, it is part of Alba, so I am not his de jure liege. So even if I had the option to... where are we? Offer vassalage, there we are. He is not our de jure vassal, so that's a pain. The second thing is I was having a look through the realm, mostly because I was trying to find more details on our succession laws, and at some point we want to change this succession law to go to either high partition, which means that the lion's share of the titles will go to the player heir, but some of them still get divided between the children. So younger children will be given titles starting with those of the same rank. It's similar, but you will come out with more of your titles. Or we could go for single realm heir and go for something like primogeniture, where the oldest child inherits everything. But in order to do that, all of our powerful vassals have to like us. And there's just a few other things that we need to do. We need to get crown authority up as well. The reason I was in here was I was actually looking for a screen that was relatively easy to find on Crusader Kings 2, and it was something that I was in all of the time. And that was the screen that basically showed you what all of your vassals' opinion of you was. It was a bit more easy to read in Crusader Kings 2 because it was set out in more of a sort of a family tree style where you could see your direct vassals and then their vassals and then their vassals and so on and so forth. It's a little bit more complicated here. But you can see most of our vassals currently don't like us very much, and the reason for that is we've got this minus 31 vassal opinion, and that is because we have too many duchies. So we're getting a negative 45 opinion malice because we have too many duchies. So we need to sort that out. We're nowhere near our vassal limit, but we are controlling currently 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different duchies. I think the duchy limit for us is 3, so we need to give 2 of them away. So the question is, which ones do we give? So all of the titles that I control are either in the Duchy of Mercia. Let's put this onto the de jure duchies. Shows... Is that just... Some of these have changed a little bit. Okay, maybe not. That is de jure duchies. Duchy titles. So, yeah. Where's the... I'm confusing myself now. What have we got? We've got Lincoln. Lincoln is part of the Duchy of Daira. Never heard of it. So, though... And everything else is in Mercia. So, the duchies that I control currently are Mercia, which is my primary duchy title, East Anglia, which is where I No, I don't have a holding in East Anglia. Northumbria, Lancaster, and Dyria. Or Dyra? Dyra. Whatever. Anyway, if we go ahead and look back at this list and look at our vassals, we can see something like this guy's upset because I have too many duchies. But he also says, Liege holds de jure duchy. And he wants a seat on the council as well. We've got this guy here. This guy actually likes us. This guy here also says Liege holds de jure duchy. So this guy is in Lancashire. This guy is in the West Riding. If we have a look at those again. So one is in Dyra, one is in Lancaster. I can hand those two away. It does mean that I will be holding Lincoln. Which will be a little bit weird. I don't need to give him that one. Let's sort the guy out in Lancashire first. That one's nice and easy. So we've got... Let me remind myself who he was. So this is the guy in Lancashire. So I'm going to make this guy the Duke of Lancashire. So grant titles. And I'm going to give you the Petty Kingdom of Lancaster. Okay, so he's still my vassal. I now have an empty council position. That's fine. We are at war as well. We're at war with the people who were at war with my brother, but they're now at war with me because I control those lands. So that's another problem that we've got to sort out as well. But let's deal with one thing at a time. Vassals. We still have the opinion malice because we still have too many. So you want a seat on the council. You had a seat on the council and you bloody left. You plonker. Although we do have some people who are much better chancellors. But I guess we could get some of the powerful vassals in. You're a powerful vassal. You want a seat on the council. I hold your de jure duchy apparently. Let's give you a position on the council there. We still need to get rid of another duchy anyway, at least one. So you're my chancellor. So this is you now. Yeah, I'm going to give you that duchy, which is a little bit weird because I have a title within that duchy, so that's probably going to have him wanting that to be given back. Yeah, desires the earldom of Lindsay. Apparently I still have too many duchies. So Lincoln doesn't look, yeah, that's the earldom of Lindsay. I'm going to give him that as well. It still puts me under my holdings limit, but we will be taking a few back. So that's not too much of a problem. So I'm going to give him the earldom of Lindsay as well. Oh, I gain 44 stress because I'm ambitious. No, so I'm not going to do that then. And then finally, let's just check. I think we need to give one more away. Yeah, too many duchies. We're only allowed to have 2. What about you down here? You actually like me. You want a seat on the council. So what other duchies could we give away? We could give away East Anglia. Obviously, I want to keep Mercia. Prefer to keep Northumbria. So I think we give away East Anglia. So let's find somebody in East Anglia. So you're a powerful vassal. You actually, yeah, let's give it to you and make you a bit stronger. You are going to be the Petty King of East Anglia. There we go. So that should now get rid of all of the opinion malice. Yeah, now our vassal opinion is up. Good, okay. So we've still got a few people wanting seats on the council. Can we replace anybody with anybody better? I'm happy with my Chancellor. 23 is fantastic. With my Steward, 23 is fantastic. For my Chancellor, we could potentially get a 19. But this guy is a powerful vassal, so let's leave him there. For the Marshal, we could put, well, we've already got the best guy in for the Marshal. For the Spy Master, we've already got the best guy in for the Spy Master. Did I click the right one for the Marshal? Yes, I did. So the Council's fine for now. Right, so back to the war, which I seem to recall we were winning. So we got to go and just siege this guy's holdings down over here. We will take some attrition. He doesn't really have a lot of men. I don't know where these guys are going. So what I intend to do, now that I have got my new ruler, who's relatively young, he's only, how old is he? Oh, he's 34, he's a bit older than I thought. Because he's got decent, well, he's got really good stewardship and decent marshal. So what I want to try and do with him is get a little bit of money and just try to start upgrading some of the holdings. Now, at the same time, I will be going to war a little bit because I do want to start taking some bites out of Wales. Wessex is going to be pretty hard to get unless we can butter them up a lot. And Alba and various other places. Wales is still fragmented. That's going to be the easiest place for us to grab. So that's what we're going to do. So that's the plan there. I'm going to go up to speed 4 because I'm not particularly concerned about this war. They are landing some troops down, but again... Well, that was really weird. The game just froze up completely and then crashed to desktop. I think that's the first time that's ever happened to me on Crusader Kings 3. So basically it's gone back to the point of the autosave, which means I now need to redo everything that I did. But that's fairly straightforward because I remember what I was doing. So we're going to grant you the title of Lancaster. So let's go and do that. We are going to grant you the title of Petty Kingdom of East Anglia. Let's do that. And then... what did we have? What was the other one? It was you, wasn't it? Yeah, you're going to get the title of Dyra, or whatever the one is that I can't pronounce. I don't want to give him Lindsay because that would be a pain for us. So we do that. Back to the council. We did pick you anyway. You're not the best chancellor, but you're a powerful vassal. Everybody else is in the right place, and then we go back and finish the war. That was weird. I don't know why that crashed. I'd literally just put the game up to speed 4, and then it decided to crash out on me, and I have no idea why. It was on May something, so yeah. Luckily, I hadn't been unpaused for all that long. I hadn't done an awful lot. Most of it was done while paused, but yeah, that's just really weird. So, I can't remember what I was saying before it crashed. I think I was basically just talking about I want to build up my holdings, but also go to war a little bit with Wales. I also want to try and see if I can get Wessex. We might be able, if we can get our opinion high enough with them, to just ask to be their vassal. If we get a strong enough army... Oh, sorry, if I ask them to be our vassal. If we can get a strong enough army, that might work. We can ask our head of faith for gold. I don't care what his opinion of me, so we always want to do that. I thought we had some people we could ransom. Probably not. Let's have a look at court. We do have a court physician. We do have prisoners. A lot of these people, the best we can hope for is a hook. So fine, we'll do that. We're into June, so it's already gone past the point where it crashed on me last time. I have no idea why. This is why I don't play Iron Man. Because sometimes that does happen. Luckily, it was easy enough, because I hadn't done much since unpausing, it was easy enough for me to just sort of carry on, but there would be times, it hasn't happened in CK3, but certainly things like EU4, where the game's crashed and I've just had to reload from the save at the beginning of the video and do the whole video again, which is a bit of a pain. So this place is nearly sieged out. There we go. Didn't give us 100% though. Let's move the army down to here. Prisoners taken in the siege. I'm not too sure why we don't have the war score. If we actually look at this war, it's mostly up here. which I won't be going after. He does have allies, but I think we'll be fine. So let's get out of this war. This is our sort of first priority here. Yeah, he's running away now with his troops. Well, he's broken the siege at least. I'm going to keep chasing him down because I'd like to wipe that army out if I can. I don't think he can get away from me. So our alliance is expired with Alba. So we want to try and get that back. Trusting me, Bergwood has been asking me for a wooden knight for a long time, and I told him he would get one for him in 3 months if he displayed more focus in his studies. Ever since I made the promise, he has been redoubling the efforts of his studies. Keeps the trait trusting. Bottom bit's missing off. There we go. Well, I don't want stress, and trusting seems reasonable as a trait. I don't know how easily we'll be able to get this alliance back if we are in a war still, so we may have to wait. I'm not sure where he's heading, but let's go back up north. I'll speak to the King of Alba. It's possible. Negotiating alliance, minus 29, I'm at war, minus 50. Yeah, so while we're at war, that's not really going to be a thing. We are making a little bit of money, not a huge amount. Certainly we've got enough that we could afford to upgrade something, but before we do that, do we want to get something in stewardship? Popular opinion, domain limits, architect. Yeah, I mean, architect's the one that's going to benefit us when it comes to building stuff. So maybe we just want to save our money until we get architect. It won't actually take all that long to get, so I'm not too concerned there. So we need to finish this war up. Warring vassals. My two vassals, Earl Edwig and Earl Fradweir, are locked in battle with each other. This Dunholm claim on the Earldom of Efrog risks destabilising my realm, and I must act quickly if I am to intervene. Persuade them to put their quarrel aside. Gain 100 stewardship lifestyle experience. Diplomacy challenge. Possible outcome 18%. Edwig sees the wisdom in peace, and the claim ends in a white piece. Or he doesn't listen to my arguments, and I spend 75 prestige. Got a decent amount of prestige, and I'd sooner spend the prestige not to get the stress. So let's take the gamble. Ends in a white piece. Wow, actually won a low chance dice roll there. Excellent. Looks like we're being raided again. That funny sound effect you're hearing in the background is my backup software complaining it can't see my network hard drive, which is totally ludicrous because it's there. But just Windows things. Right, can I get... Yeah, okay, we've caught one of those armies. Great. Well, that one should go easy enough. 96%. If we can bump this army out. 97%. I'm raided by everyone right now. Right, this should be a win for us. That should be war over. And indeed it is. So, and that's just given us a load of prestige back. Excellent. So what did we get out of that? 69 gold. 350 prestige. That'll do. We've got some prisoners we can get rid of. Still being raided. So this is now Meath. So we're going to end up taking some of this. Let's march down here and try and get rid of these raiders first. So let's look at our court prisoners. 50 more gold. Can't ransom you off yet until the other one is accepted. Can I ransom you off? Yes, but not for money. Can I ransom you off? Yes, I can. I hereby invite you to a feast. Sure, yes, like going to feasts, it gets rid of our stress. Every guest is gathered in the Great Hall, and our gracious host, Earl Ethelwulf, has welcomed us all to the feast. I look forward to it. I'm also not entirely sure how long this video's been now, because I've ended up having to record it in 2 parts where it crashed, so I'll be finishing in a couple of minutes on this one. As one plate of food is replaced by the next, my steward Earl Ethelwulf goes on about the blessings of family, and that was how we salvaged the mess. Are you sure I'm not boring you, my lord? Interesting conversation. What does that give me again? +1 diplomacy, +1 learning, or we can lose the stress and he can gain opinion. Let's just burn away that stress. We've still got a little bit too much, and if I need to end up getting rid of that holding there, it'd be nice to be able to do that. Feast dilemma. The feast is dwindling down, and I find myself deep in conversation with the compelled steward Earl Ethelwolf. He inquires about my opinion on investment opportunities, a subject he's deeply interested in himself. It is a subject that fascinates me as well. We should basically have no stress at this point. Still 29 to 300. Interesting. I think we're going to catch that army. I think we're just about going to catch that army. Yes, we are. Returning home. What a feast. I remember the day spent in Earl Ethelwolf's halls for a long time to come. Now it is time to wash off the traces of merriment and wine and once more resume my duties as Lord of the Realm. And I lose another 20. Look at that, Dan. 9 stress now. That'll do. Much, much better. We are losing a little bit of money here. It'll be a lot better once we can afford to disband the levies, which I'll be doing very shortly. As soon as we've gotten rid of these guys. You're going into there, are you? That's interesting. Is that where you're going to stop? Or are you just passing through? Being raided? Where am I being raided now? Constantly being raided. So, I think he's off out of my territory. As soon as I'm back in my territory, I'm just going to disband the armies. So that'll save us, look at that, 10.7 gold per month. So not too bothered about the raids there. Let's get rid of some of these notifications, because we do have quite a few of them. Low control in the county of Lindsay. Can ransom somebody, 25 gold. I should give the county of Lindsay away, really. So let's give it to the Duke. Let's make sure that is in the right duchy. Yeah. So you, I know I will take stress from this because I'm ambitious. But that's fine, I'm alright with that. We can get rid of that again. We can hold a feast ourselves or do something. I don't think we have to worry too much about the stress there. We've got lots of money coming in. We really want to get our lifestyle experience up. We will have a couple of other wars, and that helps us being ambitious, actually. We'll have a couple of other wars to take some stuff back. How long is the truce with our brother? So, yeah, we do still have a truce. And before I forget, we need to get that alliance back with Alba. Can't see the length of our truce with you. Alba, would you care to negotiate an alliance? Yes, excellent. Just for now. And, Wessex, how would you like to be my vassal? You will not accept. Only -7. Difference in military strength. She's terrified of us. Her opinion of us gives us +3. What we could do is we could start a scheme here. Let's send a sway scheme. 54% chance it'll work. If we can get her to like us enough, she might just become a vassal. She'll be a very, very powerful vassal because of all the duchies she holds, but we can break that up later on in the day. And there's the alliance with Alba. So, given the fact that I don't know how long this video has exactly been, and I don't want the game to crash again, I'm going to end here and save. So thanks a lot for watching. I really hope you are still enjoying Crusader Kings 3. Remember just to check out to the end and let me know what you think of the new end slate. I'll be back tomorrow with a new video, so thanks for watching, and until then, goodbye for now.